Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me for this new episode of Hell Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way. Coming up in this episode, the road to the Rugby League World Cup final at Old Trafford continues, as there are 3 games on Saturday: England versus Greece, Fiji vs Scotland, and Australia versus Italy. Here are the highlights. Before anyone asks, my eyes are like pin drops because I have got a head cold. Don't drink, I don't do anything else apart from eat and fizzy drinks. Gotta work on that. I know, you've been telling me for years. But now, I'm just exhausted, run down, snotty nose still, but must be professional. Rugby League World Cup round 3, and we have those 3 games, England versus Greece, to start off with. Game 2 of the Rugby League World Cup comes from the Bramall Lane Stadium, Sheffield, the home of Sheffield United. The Blades, as Greece are looking for a way to finish their Rugby League World Cup campaign. The Titans have Hearts, well, of Titans after this Rugby League campaign sort of them introduce themselves to the Rugby League world. We could talk about their story forever, but their on-field displays have shown that they are part of the Rugby League Cup scene now, and Rugby League in general. Whilst England are one of the 3 nations who have already accrued over 100 points across the group stages so far, Greece are one of the 3 nations who have conceded over 100 points. So needless to say, this doesn't bode well for the Titans ahead of their Group A contest at Bramall Lane. Despite England having already qualified for the quarterfinals, Sean Wayne will want his side to maintain their winning momentum. So, complacency shouldn't be a factor despite the opposition being a significantly lower standard. Expect England to win comfortably and seal a 100% record in Group A. But just looking at the teams, you can see the mountain that the Greece side have against a dominant England side at this moment in time, as they have Greece have players from their domestic competition, 4 of in their squad, while England boast Challenge Cup winners, grand finalists in the UK and in Australia, and also Super League grand final winners. And that all starts with at the back, as Tommy Makinson will move to fullback from his customary winger role, with Dom Young looking to continue his try-scoring feat, and a debut for Kai Pearce-Paul at centre. Jack Wellesby is the other centre in question, with Ryan Hall on the opposite wing. Mark Sneed and George Williams being captain today, lead England around as their halfbacks, while Mike Cooper and Matty Lees are the prop forwards, and the Ackers is the acting halfback. Joe Batchelor makes his debut in the second row position for England, while John Bateman and Victor Radley finish off their side. Morgan Knowles, Mike McMeekin, Tom Burgess and Chris Hill complete an imposing bench that the English team have. One of Greece's players of the tournament, Billy McGillius, has been sent home as he has a child on the way, and his partner is expected, and she's due to give birth sometime today. So that means a couple of changes as Jonathan Meads comes into the side with Lachlan Ilias at acting halfback. Meads missed out of the game against Samoa last time out. Titana Toakomo is the fullback after the Cronulla Sharks winger, who just turned 18, has impressed for Greece with his try-scoring ability. So that means Chase Robinson misses out of the starting lineup for the Greeks. Nicholas Margios is on the wing with Adam Vernos at centre. Terence Constantino is the other centre, while Jonathan Mitsias, the man with the big hits in the Samoa game, is on the opposite wing. Lachlan Ilias, as I said, leads the side around with Jonathan Meads. Robert Talitau Taletua is the prop forward for this game with a nice, apologies for the mispronunciation, Russo Golo, who comes into the side. Peter Mamazulius is the hooker, while in the second row we have Mitchell Zampertidis and Jake Cambos, who has also impressed, to be fair. Nicholas Flokas is the loose forward, as Sebastian Sell drops down to the bench. Then we come to the domestic players, including Ionis Nake, as well as Konstantinios Katsidonis even, is on the bench, with Theodoros Nanianakas on the bench. Again, apologies for the mispronunciations. So we start the game with the first try. So the first try of the game went to England, and Mark Sneed ran across the line to find Matty Lees a gap to run through to score his first try of the game. Good movement, good gap, good hit by the Greek lad, but wasn't enough to stop England in this case. Sneed added the extras, and it's 6 points to 0. Off a scrum play, again back in Greece's 20-metre line, Jack Wellesby has got the ball 12 minutes in, and England are looking to run it. And then the over-the-top pass from Bateman fouls Dom Young for his first try of the game. The England man is now on 5 tries for this Rugby League World Cup in 3 games. Wellesby keeping the ball alive, and back to Bateman, and over-the-top pass by Bateman to Dom Young. Then, a moment to remember, as the young fullback Seteni Kamo scores Greeks' try at the 17th minute. Some pride in that. The last 2 tries have not been converted though, but some great angles. Meads, Kai Pearce-Pauls get running too far into the defence, and the Greece fullback scoring in the corner. Then a floated ball over the top is found by Dom Young. Victor Radley out to acting halfback, and George Williams, Captain George, getting Dom Young over in the corner for his second. Mark Sneed chips for the corner for Ryan Hall to chase, and he bundles past the 2 would-be Greece defenders to score in the left-hand corner. England are up to 20 now, and there's still more pain to come just before half-time. 32nd minute, and a ball back inside finds Tom Burgess, who goes over right to the post. The big South Sydney Rabbitoh, just too powerful. England go down the line to Dom Young. This time the ball is jotted down. Dom Young's first half hat-trick in the 35th minute. Good hands down the right-hand side, and a try for the Newcastle Knights winger. There's still more to come from England, and a cut-out ball finds George Williams, and Kai Pearce-Paul extends his legs. And on the outside, always looking to help out his centre and get on the try-scoring list, it's Dom Young yet again for number 4 of the game. Sneed added the extras, and it's 38 points to 4. England come once more from their own half, and it's Jack Wellesby who is the man on the move. His inside ball finds Chris Hill running through a gap. Then he finds George Williams, who goes the rest of the length of the field to score underneath the post. England are up to 42, and as half-time comes along, they extend their lead with the kick at 44 points to 4. At the time in the sheds, it is England back on the attack after 1 minute 35, and it was a comedy of errors after Mark Sneed kicked the ball forward, and it's Tommy Makinson who gets on the end. It would have been England's ball right on the try line due to the knock-on by the Greek winger. John Bateman cuts a swath through the Greek defence now, and 54 points to 4 is up after Mark Sneed himself gets over for a try. which he extends to 56 points to 4 with the conversion. Sneed is on the move, and a short ball to Tom Burgess. See him go down over with a double. Nice little short ball, great angle from the big forward, and the Southman is over again. And what a cutout pass for 66 points to 4. Sneed misses out 3 of his teammate and 6 Greek defenders for Ryan Hall to go into the corner. Quick hands and good pressure by Greece sees James Batchelor get the overlap and score on the left hand side of the pitch. Morgan knows it with the last pass, and it's England that come again, and this time it's Andy Ackers who finds a gap to the right of the ruck, some loose defending, and darting over costs England 76 points to 4. It's 78 due to Sneed's conversion yet again, and after Jack Wellesby is half stopped, Andy Ackers passes the ball out wide to George Williams. Instead of going out to Dom Young for his 5th, it was Kai Pearce-Paul with his first try for England on debut. 82 points to 4, and England are rampaging, and it's Tom Burgess gets England into the 40-metre line. Don't get me wrong, Greece have been putting on some pressure here, doing really well. And now Ryan Hall passes to James Batchelor, and it's Andy Ackers again who goes over underneath the sticks for 86 points to 4. England are turning on the style. I'm not sure it's their first team yet. 88 is up, and there's still time for one more try. And Jack Wellesby passes the ball out to Dom Young, and the chasing Meads dives to tackle Dom Young. But Mike McMeekin is there in support to receive the pass and score in the right corner. 94 points to 4. England break their rugby league scoring record with a 94 points to 4 victory over Greece. So that's the Rugby League World Cup over for Greece. They have, to a man, been so manful in their efforts and can go back to their homeland, wherever that may be, with their heads held high. Good effort by Greece. 20 points scored during this Rugby League World Cup when everyone was just expecting them to be whipping boys. They kept the ball, they did really well. The scoreline doesn't do them justice, whereas they were fighting to the end. Good luck with Greece, and hopefully we'll see you back real soon. I enjoyed every minute of what happened during this World Cup. A little bit of a break from the Rugby League action at this moment in time from the Rugby League World Cup as we welcome Slovakia Rugby League to the international scene as they took on a Poland 13 Exiles team in Rugby Club Bratislava today. There are 3 things to note. First Rugby League game. The scoreline was 40 points to 0 to Poland, and Mateusz Kowalewski got a double, while Jonathan Tutak got a hat-trick. None of that actually means anything to us because at the end of the day, they have joined the Rugby League world. Good luck Slovakia on this journey, and hopefully it will be a fruitful one. Next we return to Kingston Park as Fiji take on Scotland as Newcastle plays host for their 3rd Rugby League World Cup game at the home of Newcastle Thunder. Fiji bounced back expertly from their beating at the hands of tournament favourites Australia by thrashing Italy 16 points to 4. And whilst their passage to the knockout stage is secured anyway, unless Italy stun the Aussies in the final round of the group games, victory over Scotland would make sure of that regardless of the other match as mentioned. The Scots come into this on the back of having set an unwanted record, suffering their worst ever Rugby League World Cup loss by 84 points to nil to Australia. Whilst Fiji are unlikely to manage a similar margin of victory, they still have to be favoured to dish out another thrashing here to the Scots. So let's get to the teams. First of all, Fiji. So they keep the back five exactly the same. Sonny Taruva is at fullback with Vuate Karawalevu one wing and Makasi Sivo on the other. Kevin Ngama, who captains the side, is also in centre with Semi Valami. Henry Rewalu is the standoff in this game, replacing Api Coruscant, who goes to acting half back. Brandon Wakeham is the scrum half as he continues in the team that Italy. King Vuniyayawa is the forward with Corbin Sims after Tuikami Camacho picked up a ban. Josh Wong and Viliami Kickout are the centres. Vitaliana Sadrobrugu is the loose forward. Corbin Sims going to prop from loose forward position. On the bench, you can see Penloni Tagi Tui Moa, Tavita Toloa. This is going to kill me. Joseph Ratu Vakaserivalu. Yeah, longest name at World Cup, gotta be. And then Lamar Manuel Leolevave to complete the lineup. Apologies if any of those pronunciations are incorrect. I'm going to struggle with the Scotland side. Only kidding. David Dixon goes to the fullback position after he was not in the side against Australia, with Alex Walker missing out of the team. Lachlan Walmsley, Bailey Liu, Kieran Buchanan and Matty Russell are the back five. For help included in the back five, Bailey Liu coming in for the missing Ben Halliwell. James Bell and Callum Gahan is the acting halfbacks, with Bailey Haywood not on the pitch. We have Jack Teamby, Carl Snyder and Sam Luckley in the forward line after Lachlan Bailey's role is dropped to the bench. And Liam Hood missing out on the starting lineup. Ben Halliwell actually starts in second row with Noel Ewan Aiken. Kane Lynette is his second row partner, and Luke Bain gets promoted from the bench. Bayliss Rowe takes his place on the bench, while Guy Graham continues after the interchange. Dale Ferguson also, and a newcomer, Charlie S. Elmsley, starts off from the bench. Now it's time for the Fijian hymn, as they do at the beginning of every rugby league match for their nation. The ultimate respect there from the fans watching in attendance. Now, we go to war. After a dropout and a mistake caused by Scotland, Fiji are deep in Scotland territory. And Api Carousel just hands the ball off to Sadra Rugu to score the opening try of the game. Just some soft defence in the belly. Scotland need to work that out. Here it is again, just a simple drop-off ball, and Sadrugu goes over the line. Sadrugu, just too tough and too quick for the Scottish defenders. Carousel saw the gap. Random Wakeman with the conversion attempt, and he's successful as it's right in front of the sticks. And it's 6-0. Fiji are getting a roll on and find themselves deep in the Scotland half, 40 metres out, and after King Vuni Yayayawa gets on the ball and finds a little bit of a half gap, Fiji attack to the left, and it's Henry Rewalua who puts that fantastic pass for Viliami kick out to score close to the post. What a fantastic inside ball that was from the standoff for Fiji. Look at this ball again. Henry Rewalua just floats the ball inside. Viliami kick out is on the move already, anticipating that pass. Does the half break, fullback comes over, and kick out scores again. Wakeham sets himself up for his second attempt to kick. And it's successful, it's 12-0 early in the first half. Scotland are again encamped in their own half, and Fiji are trying to batter that line to get more points on the board. And the ball from Curacao to Wakeham. Then the ball out wide is picked off by Lachlan Walmsley, who has enough pace to go there 80 metres to score right to the post. That's right in the corner. Decent celebration for the Halifax man. Try scoring machine this year in the championship after joining the club at the beginning of the season. Here it is, and it's that man in the standoff position, Ray Walue, who gets picked by Lachlan Walmsley, who runs 80 metres yet again to score another try. Great pick by this Scotland winger, coming inside, watching the ball come. It wasn't floated, it went straight to him, and he raced away to score. Walmsley is on kicking duties as well, as he's trying to convert his 4-pointer into 6. Here's the attempt, and he hooks it far to the left.
Walmsley appeals, let's see what they've got to say.
After a James Bell fumble in his own 20-metre line, Fiji get a scrum, and it is Sunir Taruva who just powers his way over the try line. But has he got the ball down? The referee's not sure, as he's sending it up to the video referee. He's saying no try, and it's up to the video referee to change his mind if that's the case. But if not, no try will stand. Here's what the video referee is looking at. Scotland men have him wrapped up there. Does he get the ball down? I'm not sure. Taruva is doing his best impressions to force that ball down. I'm sure that one was the only angle to bother about, to be fair. This one. I'm going to slow it all the way down. Have a look again. Video referee for this game was James Charles. Going to force the ball down there, but does the Scotland arms keep the ball up? Well, let's see what the video referee says. So here comes the video referee's decision. I'm sorry about this light, it's terrible on the screen. You'll see what I mean in a second. Anyway, no try. Scotland 12, Fiji 12, Scotland 4. We're up to the 26th minute, and the longest name in rugby. This time it was RLWC finds Kevin Nagama down the wing, and the chasing Scotland pack get back to him, but Fiji have got field position deep in their 20-metre line. Fiji take another drive to the right-hand edge, which leaves them the rest of the pitch to go through the hands. Quick rush up by James Bell closes off that play. Nagama passes the ball out to Wakeham, and on the 5th he kicks for the corner. This time it's Lachlan Walmsley who steps in the in-goal area. Good positioning from the winger, and he gets up to the 30-metre line on drive 0. He defused the bomb with 1 foot in the in-goal area, which he is allowed to do, which gives Scotland a 20-metre restart. Scotland had a penalty which didn't find touch, and now it left to Fiji in the 20 metres of Scotland, and a kick goes up from Brandon Wakeham, which is challenged and caught by Henry Rewalu, who scores underneath the posts. Fiji's 16, Scotland 4. But first of all, a ball out wide stops Fiji from going out. He loses his boot in the process, but Wakeham takes control of the ball, and this pinpoint kick is caught and by Fijian chasers. That's all you can say. And Henry Rewalu scores under the post. Decent try, decent effort. Well set up by Fiji's attack. Wakeham's back again with the conversion, and it's 18 points to 4 to Fijians. They're on song now. Scotland gets some field position with 90 seconds before half time to go, and first drive is in the middle, third drive, and they go out on the 4th to the left hand side. Ball finds Schneider, he steps inside 1, and then a swinging arm by Fijian attackers, defenders, sees Schneider get a penalty. King Yayawa, who gets the shot in, doesn't miss. Not him. No, it's Gayan who gets on the ball, steps inside 1, and King Yayawa gets him. Well, it's a high one coming in from number 15. Good shout. And then Scotland are on the attack, and it's Dale Ferguson that does the settler for tackle 2. And Scotland have best field position since they scored. James Bell kicks it forward, and it's number 3. Is it Bailey Liu or is it Buchanan that scores the Scotland's second try? Good kicking by James Bell. Bad decision to play him at standoff. It gets Buchanan. No, it's Halliwell. Halliwell, that's who spots. Go into centre. Good chase, good dot down. His departing coach at Featherstone is up in the stands for Fiji. Just a simple kick into the gap, and Ben Halliwell has the pace on him to get over the try line. Player that was on loan at Salford, I think either this year or last year, but he unfortunately wasn't noticeable, to be fair. But Featherstone love him, and he scores another try for Scotland. Walmsley's on his second attempt for the day, as half-time hooter has gone. So he has all the time in the world, to be fair. The clock can only start when everyone's had their half-time break. Walmsley sets himself up, and he misses to the left in what was an easier kick than before. But It's half time. Everyone goes to the sheds. Which means Fiji are good for their lead and are leading 18 points to 8. So we're early into the second half and Scotland have kicked the ball to Fiji and it's Taruva's time to go forward. That's a naughty swinging arm there. Didn't miss. Well, whether it was his shoulder. Looks like his shoulder that he connected with. But watch this swinger. Bang. And then the pull. Then he landed. It was his ball carrying arm. That was a high shot. That was just jawbreaker. Goodness me. Who was that? Luke Bain? Yes, it was. Now Fiji man is down getting treatment. While the referee gets some advice from his video referee. The Scotland loops forward, he's being called over and he has to go and sit down for 10 minutes. It was high, it was reckless. And Scotland are down to 12 men. Luke Bain has to go and sit down. Scotland is beginning to feel the pain 3 minutes into the second half after going down to 12 men. And despite this great pushback defence on King Vuniyayawa, Fiji have all the momentum. Great drive in. It's Tolo. But the ball is swung around to the left hand side. The Viliame kick out. He attracts 3 players. Fiji come again with the next drive. And the ball goes past Wakeham on the 4th tackle. Vuniyayawa has got it again. Stiff arm to this Scotland player's face to hand him off Schneider. Then it goes the ball to the left. Fiji are in again. Kick out, setting up Makasivo to score in the left corner. Great effort from the Fijian team had to get their flying winger inside to score his first try of the game. Just a simple play through the hands, and it was kick out who went to the line and fed Sivo to go over in that left corner. One dummy runner, then the runners from the overlap. Scotland are behind now, even further. So far, Brandon Wakeham is 3 from 3, and now he's going to try to extend the lead to 24 points to 8. Which he does. Good kicking display. That's 4 from 4 from the Fijian halfback. Scotland are getting decent field position at this moment in time, and they are deep in Fiji's territory. Schneider is at acting halfback, and they go through the hands. James Bell leading the charge, and it's Liu that gets over the try line as Bailey Liu scores Scotland's 3rd try of the game. 50 minutes gone, Scotland are 24 points to 12 behind. After Viliame kick-out loses the ball in the tackle, it's Bailey Liu who breaks up the field to get Scotland some decent field position. After a penalty, the ball just goes through the hands of the halfbacks, James Bell, and an inside ball saws Bailey Liu with a free run to the try line. Well played, getting to the line. Great effort from the Scottish players. Schneider has taken over kicking duties this time in this game. For the 3rd attempt for Scotland to get some extra points on the board. If he misses this, that's 6 points left on the table. They could have only been 6 points behind. Now it's 12. Scotland gets a goal. They are 10 points behind at this point. Scotland are being swarmed by Fiji defenders, and they decide to run it on the last. Bailey Lou finds Lachlan Walmsley, who powers his way down the touchline and kicks forward. The chase is on between him and Makasivo, and he almost gets the ball. Oh, so unfortunate for the Scotland winger. He could have had a double, and Scotland could have been well back into it. He thought the Fijian man had gone out into touch. Ow. Fiji are working their way out. Here is that break again. A real tough opportunity for Scotland, and they were going through the hands. And it was a pick out between the two wingers. And at this point, Lachlan Walmsley, if he went for it and carried on tackling, made sure of it, didn't expect the linesman to put his flag up, he could have either got Scotland some decent position or even scored. But you played to the whistle. You can tell at this point that 60 minutes are coming, and Scotland's last attempt to win the game so that they can see if they can qualify. It's going down the right to the wire, as Fiji are dominating the game. Just going one way at this point, and Scotland needs something quickly as they keep forcing 6 agains and all different types of actions. And when Viliami Kickout is on the field, you know that you're in trouble because he is a fantastic player. Kickout to Wakeham sets up the Fijian forwards to go once again. Coruscant breaks from the acting halfback, but what a hit by the Scotland player who puts his opposite number on his back. Fiji almost get a try, but a fortunate tackle by Buchanan sees Scotland see it out and also gets a 20-metre restart. Scotland get done for a penalty as Lachlan Walmsley tackles the Fijian man in the air with no attempt to get the ball. He's looking at the ball, but he's grabbed the man, unfortunately. It's just a penalty, nothing more. But it adds to the frustration of Scotland, and Walmsley in particular, as you'll see in a little while. Straight away is what I meant, because on this next tackle with Viliami Kickout, Lachlan Walmsley comes in, swinging at the Fijian star, and it's on. Not the best player to try and have a go at there. Keepers. Size difference, the power difference. Walmsley's a winger, he's a second rower. And all the players come in. Walmsley looking to calm it all down. Well, looking for a bit of rough and rumble, to be fair. Here it is again. Contact's there by the 3. Walmsley swings an arm in Cal's face. Scotland needs to be aggressive, but that's over the top. Literally. Scotland, they're getting a bit tetchy. They're trying to be aggressive and bend the backs of Fiji, bend them backwards. But this isn't a good look in the next tackle. Great tackle by Bell, but Garuva is on the ball. Lachlan Walmsley is at it again. High tackle, and then goes over the top for a second. But in comes Viliami Kickout to sort things out, to protect his mate. It's getting very tetchy. Walmsley's down there somewhere. So is Kickout. Oh, Walmsley's out. They put Kickout on his back at this point. But yeah, the winger was being charged by the second rower. It's getting a bit tough and tough for there. Taruva. He's still talking. Walmsley did go over the top. Here it is. Sure, he was scalping him there. Look at that, that was a bit too high. Almost missed. Taruva carried on for a little bit longer and came back in. That was not a good tackle. But you can't do that nowadays either. You can't run in. You have to let the referee sort it out, no matter how much you want to protect your mate. And that sees Lachlan Walmsley go for 10 minutes. Still chirping, still talking. He needs to calm down, and 10 minutes should do him the world of good. He also sends Viliami kick out for running in for 10 minutes too. Can't do it. That's the thing. It's right. Both teams are down to 12 men. Fiji get the momentum yet again, and the ball is in the hands of King Vuniyayawa. After escaping the first attempted tackle, another one occurs on the Fiji man. Then Corbin Sims comes running in and bundles his way over. But Sims' retaliation there could have seen him go for a sim binning as well. The man that's retiring from Rugby League has got a 4-pointer though. Ian did a good tackle there, to be honest. It was low, it was decent. Sims went in hand on his head. But Fiji lead 28 points to 14. Here it is. Crash ball yet again. He gets over. Corbin Sims pushes him in the face. That could have been a yellow as well. Not wrong with that tackle, and Sims decides that he's doing it. Calmness personified for the Fijians is Brandon Wakeham, and he's back on kicking duty. Perfect so far. And he's looking to make it 30 points to 14 to Fiji. Which he does. Good kicking today display from Wakeham. Hoping to continue. No club at the moment either. And that is how the game finished. 30 points to 14 to Fiji, who progressed to the quarterfinals. Will they be joined by Australia? More than likely. So here is your TV coverage for the rest of the week for the Rugby League World Cup, as we have Australia versus Italy's highlights coming up soon. But France versus Samoa is on BBC 2 at 4:30, while Papua New Guinea face Wales on Monday the 7 PM to finish out Group D. Then the Women's Rugby League tournament kicks off with England versus Brazil at Headingley. Live on BBC 2, Tuesday 1:45 with a kick-off at 2:30. Thursday, after a day break, BBC 2 shows England versus Australia in Group A of the wheelchair tournament. Australia again, very fancy in this tournament. Plus tomorrow, the PDRL World Cup continues, and we head to the Halliwell Jones Stadium. The third and final game sees Australia take on Italy, and if Italy win, there's a chance that they can get through to the quarterfinals, but they're going up against the League World Cup champions, and unfortunately it looks an uphill challenge when it comes to the two teams. Despite yet being able to finish in the top two of the Group B, the champion. So our last game turns out to be the Australia versus Italy, and it's all on the line for this Group B clash. Italy could yet finish inside the top two of Group B, but the chances of that happening are extremely slim, as it would require them to beat Australia here, the clear favourites to win the Rugby League World Cup, for good reason. 2 matches played, 2 wins, 126 points scored, and only 8 points conceded tells you all you need to know about the Aussies, who only last Saturday demolished Scotland 84 points to 0. Perfect combination of ruthless attacking and watertight defence. Any outcome other than an Australian comprehensive beating of Italy would be considered the biggest shock of the tournament so far. So, with that being said, who are the teams that are involved? Who are the players involved in the team, should I say. So for the world champions, James Tedesco leads out the team at fullback with Campbell Graham, Valentine Holmes, Latrell Mitchell and Murray Talagi completing a back line. That left-hand edge of Murray Talagi and Latrell Mitchell will be dangerous in this game. Well, for anyone in the World Cup, to be fair. Daly Cherry-Evans and Nathan Cleary will be at the Hearts in half-back and scrum half as Cameron Buster misses out. Lindsay Collins and Ruben Cotter are the starting props with Ben Hook at hooker. Apologies, that was Ben Hunt, I said. Liam Martin and Jeremiah Nane are in the second row with Cameron Murray playing loose forward. Class throughout the entire team. On the bench, we've got Isaiah Yo, Tino Fasa Malawi, Regan Campbell-Gillard and Matt Burton. He's yet to put up one of his trademark bombs in this one yet. For Italy, there is a change at left winger as Carl Pickering comes into the starting lineup for Swinton's Richard Labore. Ethan Nautola and Daniel Atkinson continue at the centres, while Jake Mason will be on the other wing. Leading try scorer for Italy in this World Cup so far, they're looking to exploit that wing play with Campbell Graham and Valentine Holmes being on his side. Jack Campanolo is the standoff with Radine Robinson at scrum half. Alex Asensio, Dean Peratta and Anthony Iriara are the starting front row, while Luca Moretti and Brendan Santi are the second rowers. Nathan Brown is at loose forward and also captain. On the bench, it is Joseph Tramontana with Ronaldo Palumbo, Jack Colovati and Gioella Celerino completing the lineup. Having one of those days full of a cold, apologies. We're early into the game on the 6th minute and Australia have reached the 5th tackle. Daly Cherry-Evans chips the ball across the pitch and Valentine Holmes spins and grounds the ball over the try line for the opening try of the game. Fantastic effort, and it's a 4-0 to Australia. Here's that kick again. From left to right, pinpoint by Daly Cherry-Evans, and the Australians have taken the lead. Great take, great effort. Nathan Cleary is on kicking duty, despite the likes of Valentine Holmes and Daly Cherry-Evans being in the team, and also Latrell Mitchell. And he's hit the post for 4 points to 0. We move on to the 11th minute now, and the ball is in the hands of Cleary. Hunt. Now Daly Cherry-Evans. Latrell Mitchell, and then Tuilagi goes over in the corner for the second Australia try after 10 minutes. Well worked move, kept the ball going, went to the line, attacked the Italian defenders. Here it is again, a great sweeping move, just patient, coming to the line, drawing the man, breaking the overlap, and the Italian winger got turned around. Murray Tuilagi gets the 4-pointer. So many ball handlers in that fantastic Australia team. Experience as well. Cleary again attempting from this time the left wing. And it doesn't make the length. It's 8 points to 0. Australia are forced the dropouts back for Italy, and they're back on the attack once again. They've had 2 set restarts to Italy's none during this opening 17 minutes. They're back on the attack, this time in the 30-metre line of Italy. Ben Hunt is scheming at acting halfback, and after a straight up drive to go to the 3rd tackle, the ball is worked to the right hand edge. Nathan Cleary finds James Tedesco, who scores against Italy, the team that he represented in the 2013 World Cup. Great short ball, and Tedesco on the run, as a good overlapping fullback should. Here it is again, just a simple ball. Lead runner goes to the line, then Tedesco takes a man over the line for the try. That better the balls from Hunt to Cleary, but Tedesco does enough to get over the line. Cleary goes again to try and make it 1 from 3, this time from the right hand edge, as he got his sights in this time. He makes it, and it's 14 points to 0 to the Australians. And Nathan Cleary has started to pull the strings in the Australian backline. And on the second tackle, he kicks for open space down the Australia right wing. Italy's left. Amazian gets back to knock the ball over the deadlock ball line. The chasing Australian attackers trying to get to the ball first, but the Italian winger gets there first. Apologies for the stutter, I was just sneezing. The Italians have decided to go short this time, and it was a big mistake as Campbell Graham goes over for Australia's 4th try. Just too simple, that one. Here it is again. Short drop out, hoping the Italians get there, but no one does. Could have been a penalty, but Campbell Graham didn't stop to score for his country. Good effort by the Roberto. Cleary on another attempt to extend the lead, make it 20 points to 0. A bit closer than his last one, what he just kicked. And he gets it over, and Australia are up to 20 points to 0. Half an hour gone. Italy gets a captain's challenge due to this incident when James Tedesco kicks the ball on. The Italian player gets the ball there, and Tedesco gets his hand in. But the video referee says Italy knocks the ball on. So, 1, the decision is wrong, and the captain's challenge has been waved away from him because of it. That might be a little bit of justice because Australia knocked on, but when it comes to later in the game, and if Italy needs that captain's challenge, they could be out of this. After a frantic set of 6 where Italy were trying off-the-cuff stuff, kicking the ball on and getting into the Australia's half, Australia are now back on the front foot, and Latrell Mitchell uses his power to get over the try line after a good shot of ball back on the inside from Nathan Cleary. That man again. Here's that ball again. They go to the left-hand edge, and it's a great angle that Mitchell run, and it's too big and too powerful for the Italian defenders. The Rabbitoh superstar makes an impact at this World Cup. It's a simple ball, and he scores. Cleary's lining up for another attempt to extend the Australian lead, and he does so for 26 points to 0. Italy on the return set are seeing Australia defend, but it is a knock-on by the winger that gives Australia field position just before half-time. Australia are eager to score more points. It's that man Mason. I think he's got 4 tries in the Rugby League World Cup so far, but he puts it down this time. Don't know why they're showing the repeat all too much time, but unlucky him. What have Australia got just before half-time? Let's play this for him. Held in the scrum. Differential penalty is coming. No? Yes. Yes, all offside. After the first drive in, Australia are well into the Italians' 1 metre line. And Latrell Mitchell finds Maritalagi with a great offload, and Australia extend the lead once more. What a fantastic pass that is. Louis Latrell's pass. What a great effort. No wonder he's smiling. Simple pass, but well effective. The big man finds his winger, and that left edge is going to be very potent. Going into the baths, it is Australia's Cleary once again going for another conversion. And this time, he goes to the right of the post, at the length, but not got the target. Australia putting Italy to the sword as a double from Tuilagi helps them out. We come into the second half and Australia are on the halfway line after the second tackle, and it is a set play that they're going to move up. As with a player like James Tedesco, a dummy and a break is always an option. Ball is shipped back inside to David Cherry-Evans in support, and then Isaiah Yo, who is also following up, scores right under the posts. Australia are 34 points to nil ahead. Here is the try again. Break from the halfway line, dummy and go, and the Italians fell for it. The support was coming over to defend. Daly Cherry-Evans knew he wasn't going to make it, and Isaiah Yo was on hand to make sure that Australia got another try on the board. Great support play, great effort, and Yo has been the quiet man of the Australia team so far, but gets on the try scoring sheet today. This is possibly one of the easier ones for Nathan Cleary. Just right to the post, just looking at the post, staying calm. And he slots it over. 36 points to nil. Australia gets a benefit of a call, which sees James Tedesco go off the game for final 30 minutes. But the ball goes through the hands, and the short pass by Nathan Cleary finds Liam Martin, and the big second rower goes over for another Australia try. This time the 40's up, and it's a Penrith man to Penrith man, so it gets the scores going. Here it is again, just some slick play between Yo and Cleary, and then Martin is coming marauding through between the centre and the second rower. Going to the line, taking the tackle, then Liam Martin puts the speed on to score. Another wonderful Australia try. Cleary is at 57% success rate at this point, 4 from 7 attempts. This will be his 8th. And he puts it through the posts for 42 points to nil. A short kickoff sees Italy with the ball, and on the 4th tackle, they're deep in Australian territory. And the ball goes out to the acting halfback, and they're in for a try. Great effort by Palumbo to get over the try line. Well worth trying that. They deserve some points on the board, and really well. Here's where it all come from. The Italians challenge for the kickoff, and the centre catches it. Fantastic take by their number 3, Daniel Atkinson. And then it was Radine Robinson who kicks forward for Ronnie Palumbo, and Palumbo gets there first for another try. This time for the Italians. The Blue Men are on the board. And a decent celebration to go with it. They deserve that. On the kicking tee today is Jack Campagnolo even, and he shows them how to do it by adding the extras. 42 points to 6. Italy are on the move again after their try, and after that short ball, there's a call from the touchline that says the pass was forward. Don't know what's going on with these pictures at the moment, but Italy are without the ball again. This revs Australia up and sees them deep in the Italian half yet again. Some pressure, some movement was being put on by the Italians, but one mistake, according to the referee, sees the Italians back in their own 20. Struggling to put down Latrell Mitchell, who's looking for support. Italy finally gets him down, and then on the last, Ben Hunt goes to the right, and after a couple of passes out wide, it is another try for Australia. Great effort, great ball handling, and great movement. Here's the ball movement again. Just simple, to be fair. Getting on the back of the play, and it's yet another try for Australia. I think it's Cameron Murray that gets on the end of it. I'm having one of those days where I've got my head fog. Bassa Malawi does the short ball, and Australia have more points on the board. Clear is back on the sighters again, and he kicks this one perfectly. 48 points to 6 to Italy, then Australia. Australia gets a piggyback up the field due to a penalty for offside while they were in their own 30-metre line. And Australia don't need to be asked twice. And after an inside ball to Campbell Graham, the winger goes over right to the post for Australia to break 50 points. 52 points to 6 with a kick to come, and it was just a simple ball, just using their size and bulk to get through. Here it is, simply put. Dummy runner comes through. Daly Cherry Evans through the hands to first receiver, Campbell Graham, and Graham does the rest. Breaks the two would-be tacklers and scores for Australia's next try. Not the toughest of tackles, but he had to break them. From his 10 attempts so far, he has kicked 6, making that 7, and Australia are up to 54 points to 6. After Italy forced a set restart for Australia due to their messing about on the play, Australia throw the ball left on the first tackle, where Italagi gets past the Italian defenders. It's Nathan Cleary. Ruben Cotter is in support. And after Ben Hunt was stopped, the ball is in the hands of Nathan Cleary on the left wing again. Plenty of off-the-cuff stuff. And it's only the first tackle. Ball goes through the hands of Yo and Cotter. Excuse me. Italians are standing firm at this point, but Yo, Daly Cherry Evans, and Jeremiah Nane gets over the line for the latest Australia try. So dangerous when they've got the ball in hand and time to play. Armeninga looks nonplussed, but sure, he's happy about that try. Isaiah Yo finds Daly Cherry Evans, and Jeremiah Nane is on the short ball to burst through the gap. Great try from the youngster. Well set up by all three. Nathan Cleary with another attempt at goal. And Australia are up to 60. 8 from 11 for the Aaron Panthers talisman. Australia seem to have the final say here as it's 60 points to 6. A minute to go. And it's a crash ball for Lindsay Collins to get over the try line to score a try to make it 54 points to 0. Big forward just gets on hand of Ben Hunt's short ball, and he breaks the line quite easily, to be fair, and he scores his try. Here's how it happened. First of all, it was Ben Hunt with the one-on-one strip, found Valentine Holmes, who kept hold of the ball, and Australia back in attacking position, Lindsay Collins just went over the try line very easily. Tiring defenders, I reckon that was more than actual not willing to give up, go on. Just tiring. Great play, big, too strong. Time is up. Mal Meninga can have a half smile. And Nathan Cleary can go for his 12th attempt at a conversion. Sets himself up. And he adds to 2. 66 points to 6. In a scoreline which was hard on the Italians, to be fair, Australia showed their class to win 66 points to 6. 2 60-point losses in 2 games for the Italians. But now the Australians can look towards the quarterfinals.